Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Bradley YT and welcome back to another crypto video. So today we're going to be talking about Ethereum again and basically doing an update on what's happening with Ethereum. Obviously from my yesterday's video I did say that we should be pumping towards the upside and we did try to. We did just break out of the bullish flag pattern, but then we fell through support and now we're coming back down to the next sort of support level. So just want to start off with saying thank you to my new subscribers for subscribing. I do see you, but it doesn't come up with your name or anything, so obviously I don't know who you are, but thank you for subscribing. I do greatly appreciate it. Let's just start this Crypto Bradley army, basically. Let's all make some money together. This is the aim of what we want to do. So let's just get it, basically. So thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Obviously it costs you nothing and you get to see my videos for free and get some advice. Well, this is not financial advice, but you know what I mean. So let's just get straight into it. So 45-minute chart for Ethereum. Obviously I did say that we should be breaking out of here. So basically this was our support line here that we were abiding by. So we're coming up, come back down to support here, then coming up, come back down. And I was actually hoping that we were going to be breaking towards the upside of this sort of this level here. So it was around this level here that I said that we should be breaking towards the upside here. Let me just move that because that wasn't. So basically we were holding support here and basically I said that we should be breaking up towards the upside, and we did just, but we didn't obviously quite go where we wanted to do, but we did break through the $2,000 level and we did hit around $2,030. So it wasn't quite what we wanted. We did break through that $2,000 level, but obviously we very quickly got rejected. So obviously that green candle here did not close above the bullish flag pattern, which was on the 4-hour chart, I think, but I will get to that in just a second. So hopefully, so basically what it means is obviously we needed this candle to actually close above the bullish flag pattern for continuation towards the upside to resistance, but it didn't happen. So as you can see, the green candle obviously did just break through it, but it didn't close above it. We closed just inside it. So then we just obviously traded sideways and then fell through support. So what we're doing now on the 45-minute chart is we are actually heading towards the downside. But I did kind of predict this a few days ago in one of my videos. Basically I said that we should be breaking out, hitting the resistance up here, then coming back down to support. So we are doing kind of what I actually said. We did break out, we hit the resistance here, and we are coming back down. But from yesterday's video I did expect Ethereum to break through the $2,000 level just because it looked quite bullish and we were getting some buying pressure, so we were trying to break through that $2,000 level, but it didn't happen. So we did get rejected, obviously, which is what I kind of expected at the same time, but I was thinking more that we were going to be breaking towards the upside and then getting rejected from this resistance level here of $2,080. We didn't actually quite do that. So we did create a Bart-Simpson pattern here. So this is obviously the Bart-Simpson head pattern here, and we are coming back down to support. So I would suggest that we probably would be coming back down to support down here of around $1,860 basically. But what we are currently doing is we are in a bearish flag pattern, so obviously we are just trading sideways at the moment. So this is the bearish flag pattern here, and we're literally just trading sideways between these lines. You could say we're in another sort of bearish flag pattern here in this so there's like a smaller bearish flag pattern here, so we're kind of trading sideways within the smaller bearish flag pattern. So we are heading sort of more towards the downside. I mean, we are just trading just above the bottom of the bearish flag pattern, so we could potentially be breaking back down towards the downside, but obviously this is our key level of support here, so we most likely will be breaking back towards the downside for support before we head back up for continuation, like I've sort of put here. We may come up and retest again and get rejected and come back down to support again, or we may actually come back up here and then retest the $2,000 resistance and then pump back towards the upside. So we can either come down, hit support and come up and break through, or we can come down, hit support, come up, hit support, hit resistance, come back down and hit support again, and then break up. So that will kind of be like a double bottom pattern basically. So what we are kind of doing, so let's just predict the upside potential and the downside potential. So the downside potential, first of all, would basically mean that we would be coming back down to support, as you can see there. So let me just get rid of that circle so you can see it more. So basically if we do break to the bottom of this bearish flag pattern on the 45-minute chart, because as you can see we're not ticking bullish just yet on the RSI, so we could be heading back towards the downside even more. So we could, if we do break towards the downside of here, so initially if we break to down towards the downside of the smaller bearish flag pattern, we do break down here, but obviously that would mean that we are also breaking down towards the downside of the bigger bearish flag pattern that we are currently in. So if we do break towards the downside, we're coming down to around $1,870, but then obviously that would mean that we would be coming back down to support of $1,860, and then obviously we'll see what happens there. Hopefully we do rebound and then head back towards the upside. If we do break down towards the downside, we could be coming back down a lot further. Obviously upside potential is probably sort of this green candle here. So if we do head towards the upside, we could be coming back up to around $1,977, basically around this sort of level here. This is kind of like a little resistance of 1,987. So we could be coming up to that if we do break towards the upside. At the moment, it's looking more likely that we could be breaking back down to support of around $1,860. So just keep an eye out for that. People might be placing shorts right now because obviously we have had our pump towards the upside for Ethereum. We have actually continuously been pumping since since around this level here. So since $1,690, we've basically been pumping all the way towards the upside. So we could be expecting some downside potential fairly soon, probably over the next couple of days. We could be coming back down to support. If we don't break the support and we do bounce back off, then great. If we do break towards the downside, we could be coming back down to around between the $1,780 level to around 1,740. But let's head towards the 1 hourly chart. If we look at the 1 hourly chart, as you can see, we are in the same pattern here. So we're in a bearish flag pattern still. And we are also, we've also got a smaller bearish flag pattern here as well. So it's the same kind of thing. Downside potential is a little bit less, but in the end, basically at the end of the day, if we do break towards the downside of this bearish flag pattern, we will be coming back down to support really. There will be a mass amount of selling pressure, and we would just literally be coming back down to support here of around $1,860. So make sure you look out for that key level of support, and obviously I'd be careful with trading right now, because obviously there might be some downside potential basically, so I wouldn't want you to lose money. But obviously if you do break towards the upside potential is minimal. So we could be coming back up to around 1,964 if we do. If we break up to towards the top of this bearish flag pattern here, we could be coming up to around 1,950, and once we break out of this, we could be coming up to around 1,960-ish, and then potentially come back up to $2,000 resistance potentially. Some people might get a bit bullish after we break out of here, so some people might be just buying or placing longs or things like that. So we could be coming up to the $2,000 resistance again. But at the moment, obviously we have created this Bart-Simpson pattern, and usually we do come back down. So obviously once we pumped from the bottom here, we create this Bart-Simpson pattern sometimes, and then we actually come back down towards the downside, back to where we started basically. So I'll just keep an eye out, and I'll be very cautious. If you know how to read the charts, then great. If you don't, then just obviously watch my videos and just make sure you're sort of just being careful and keeping up to date with Ethereum and what's obviously happening. But obviously I do post every day. I have missed a few days recently, but obviously I'm posting every day again. So make sure you follow my Twitter as well. I will obviously post on Twitter as well. So make sure you follow my Twitter, which is CryptoBradleyYT, and just keep up to date basically. And let's just grow this Crypto Bradley army, because obviously we need to be the biggest and the best in the business. Obviously there's a lot more bigger people than me out there in the crypto world, but let's try and get up there with them. Why not? Obviously let's have a look at the 4 hourly chart. So obviously, as you can see, we did break out of this support that we were sort of abiding by. We obviously did try to bounce up, but obviously we got very quickly rejected, and then obviously come back down. So we are coming down, and we are going to be potentially coming back down to support of $1,860. I can see it happening. Obviously we ticked bearish just as we broke out of here. So basically what will happen is that we probably will be coming back down to support here. I just think it's inevitable, because obviously usually we do sort of do this when we come up and create this Bart-Simpson pattern, like I did say earlier. We do basically come back down to where we started. So hopefully we do retest this support. It seems like it's quite a strong support, so hopefully we do bounce back off. then try and come back up like I've basically drawn here. Obviously it won't be as accurate as what I've drawn, it won't just be a straight line up, but hopefully we should be coming back down, retest support, which makes the support stronger for future, for in the future basically. So if we come back down again, we should bounce back off it again, but I'm hoping that we do come down to support, and then obviously bounce back off and sort of try to retest breaking through that $2,000 level, and then hopefully we can get back up to around the $3,000 to $4,000 level. But let's try and break through this $2,000 level first. And so yeah, let's head towards the daily very quickly. So as you can see on the daily, we were actually in a bullish flag pattern up here. I've got a lot of lines going on, so obviously just bear with me. But the top of here is, let's just not draw that because obviously we can see already. So basically this resistance here is the top of our flag, and sort of this level here is the bottom, and we are just breaking through to the bottom of that. And obviously if we do break towards the downside, bear with me, then we could be coming back down. Well, we could actually be coming back down through our level of support, so we could be coming back down to around $1,860 and potentially breaking through to $1,800. But that's obviously if we close outside of this bullish flag pattern, which it looks like we are just about. But we need to see what's happening in the next sort of 4.5 hours or so, 4 hours and 50 minutes. But I'm hoping that we do keep that level of support. It would be nice to keep that level of support here. I wouldn't like to break through this, but obviously we will see what happens. But I'm hoping that we do keep this level of support. So basically just keep in mind that we could be heading more towards the downside, so don't be placing long positions right now. Obviously this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just trying to be make you guys aware and just be cautious of placing long positions, because obviously we've created this Bark Simpson pattern, and obviously we know what happens when these patterns happen. Look, as you can see, we pump towards the upside. Look, this is a great example. So obviously we pumped towards the upside here, created this Bark Simpson pattern here, and we've come back down to the same sort of level, if not a little bit further. Well, actually, yeah, the same sort of level here. So we've come up, created this pattern, come back down, and hit the same sort of level. So that's basically what I'm trying to show you. So obviously we've done the same thing here, so we could be coming back down to support here of $1,860. So this is my prediction for now. We could be coming back down to support. So obviously just be very cautious and very wary of obviously placing long positions right now. If anything, I personally would probably be placing a short position, but that's just me. Obviously it's my money, so I can do with my money whatever I want. But yeah, just be careful guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you check out my previous videos as well. And thank you to those new subscribers. I do really appreciate it, and I do see you. Obviously I don't see you personally, I don't see you, but I see when you subscribe, so I do really appreciate it. Obviously it costs you guys nothing, so just make sure you subscribe, and let's just grow this Crypto Bradley army, and let's all make money together. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Peace.